Alright, so last we left off, our boy Edmund was left to run an empire. Man barely wanted to be king of his own land, and he was already having a hard time with the logistics as it was. And at first, it was nothing but hell. Everyone was mad. Sutless, which was a democracy, was now kind of pissed off that because someone lost a match, they were supposed to be an emperor, and they immediately began revolting. Eisenach and Julin immediately went, hell no, we're fighting you. And Fergus lost the match, but was more than grateful to just be friends, so he submitted, but he, to obscurity. It took our boy walking around everywhere and convincing each of the lords it would be a good idea that he had a different plan. Which is kind of odd, seeing as we literally just established that he did not want an empire. But about a few days later, he was running around on a campaign plan. And what did he use to show off his big plan for running the empire? Food. But not just any food. This man got French fries. On a serious note, he went around showing the connections he had and what he could make. Eisenach is a huge metal production place. Julin has nothing but gold and silver. Sutless has a bunch of ports that they can get a bunch of crap out of, especially from his friends in Anzwania. Anzwania is a country in Acre that produces an ungodly amount of spices. And their neighbor Baltoba makes chocolate. Edmund had made friends with them a few months before this whole debacle went down. Edmund was looking at the empire after the whole tournament and went, I can make this work. So he did something funny. He made a constitutional empire, or a constitutional monarchy for that, with a plan. He went to Sutless, talked to the council, and came out with the plan. In each region, there would be a noble house, made up of commoners or whoever already lived there. People who were just moving in, who were regular outside of noble groups, would not be able to just join in. But, politics your way in, try your best. But the noble house would vote for a lord to act as a representative to speak to the emperor. And the emperor would make a final decision on something. And those final decisions were nuts. Because once he finally got everything sorted and figured out, he had a huge production empire going. Weapons and armor came cheaper. Food started having flavor, which is insane, seeing as most people were just surviving off of whatever bland roadkill they could find. Enough unspiced meat and bread will drive anyone nuts. The second you walk into town in Maine and you smell French fries, you lose your mind and your wallet. But that was just the beginning. Edmund was doing a whole revamp of everything.